Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Ignition News. It is February 15th. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I'm having a good day. I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Got to see a lot of nice people yesterday. I got a new light set up. I have my new light. We're testing it out for the studio. This beautiful soft wraparound lighting. Looks fancy. I still have the glamour shots thing happening on Substack. It's because here's why. Because Las Vegas is very hot and dry all the time. I'm constantly using lotion or Aquaphor. This is way too much information. And when you're handling your phone, it gets on your phone. And then I've got a nice little Glamour Shots phone over here on Substack, but that's okay. I think it looks fine. It looks actually nice. Our Glamour Shots were a real thing. They were a real thing. Don't you remember Glamour Shots? Does anyone remember Glamour Shots? Like it was a thing that only rich kids got to do, you know? Like the rich girl in your high school got Glamour Shots. Do you remember that? Please tell me I'm not the only one that was jealous of Glamour Shots. Please tell me. Here's a good filter. If you got Glamour Shots, you're probably not in the same socioeconomic class as I am. We probably grew up very differently. I grew up jealous of the Glamour Shots. We got the JCPenney shots or the Sears shots. Probably Sears. They did their best at JCPenney. They really did. Good morning, everyone. I have just a couple of stories with one theme today. Got session for graduation, but didn't buy any of the photos. Oh, well, we should see those. That'd be fun. We should all bring our Glamour Shots or our Sears shots for a show in the future. That would be so much fun. Good morning, everyone. We just have 3 stories today because it's very important. I want to talk to you not just about the news, but today I'm going to take a little bit of a different path, and I'm going to give you specific advice and guidance off of the Ignition News today. And it's something that truly, if you care about democracy, I'm going to need you to step up. I'm going to need you to get active in your community. So in addition to today's news, I'm going to give you an assignment. And if you care about this country, it's going to require you do some work, but it's essential. We are in an ideological battle for the soul of this country. That means you're going to have to get your hands involved in the work, and I'm going to teach you exactly what you can do about this. But first, let's go to Minneapolis because we're learning about what this government is capable and willing to do to its citizens. I want to talk about this story. This is the first story today on the Ignition News. First of all, let me just pause. I need you to go find the Ignition News on your favorite platform, please. And subscribe. It means a lot to me. TikTok is being very bad. I think I still have a warning on my TikTok from yesterday. Anyways, so find us on your favorite platform. I do want to remind you that we stream the show. Oh, look at that. We got a lot of people watching the show on the interwebs today. We stream it on YouTube, on Twitch, we stream it on Substack, and we stream it on TikTok. It is what it is. So find us and subscribe. But I want to talk about this because it's really important. So DHS literally fabricated a story to lie about someone and to say that they shot that they tried to injure a federal agent. They lied about why they shot someone in Minneapolis. This story is not getting a lot of coverage, but I'm telling you this because you have to start understanding what this government's willing to do. This was on January 14th, so it was a month ago. You have Alfredo Alahornia. He was working a DoorDash shift. He was making deliveries for DoorDash, and he realized that ICE agents were following him, right? And so he drives home, and an agent gets out and tackles him. He breaks free of the agent. He starts running in the snow to his house where his cousin Julio was. They shut the door. And then an ICE agent shot him in the leg. Within hours, DHS had fabricated a statement saying that the agents were ambushed and attacked with a snow shovel and a broom handle. So they said that the shooting this man in the leg was self-defense. DHS Secretary Ice Barbie got up and said it was the, quote, attempted murder of a federal agent. The Justice Department filed criminal charges against both men for assaulting federal officers, and an affidavit said Alahornia was driving zigzagging through traffic, hit a light pole, and fled on foot. They said both men attacked agents with a shovel and a broom before the shooting, and then the video evidence came out. So on February 13th, the Justice Department filed a motion to dismiss all of the charges, citing, quote, newly discovered evidence. The video obviously contradicted what the federal government had said, and here you have it. You have federal agents lying. Federal agents, which are supposed to be held to the highest standard, are lying. They fabricated that someone tried to attack them with a snow shovel and a broom so that they could justify shooting him. This is a fucking crime. You people need to have a camera with you everywhere you go. You need to get a dash camera. If you don't have a dash camera and you drive and you are opposed to this government, you're stupid. Go get a dash camera. Sell something if you have to. Put it on your credit card. This is not the time for financial advice, okay? Get a dash camera now. Think about what happened to this man. He's doing DoorDash. He gets stalked by federal officers. They stalked him. Then he runs into his house to try to run away from them. They stick their leg in the door and then he gets shot. And then they lied and they said, oh, he tried to kill a federal agent. You would go to jail for the rest of your life. You would go to jail for the rest of your life. Because these scum, dirty pigs are lying. Good luck, TikTok. Here we go. It is mind-blowing to me that DHS continues to do this. They continue to lie and say that people attack them so they can justify exerting violence on them, and they keep getting away with it. Why are we not arresting these people? Well, it's simple, because DHS, you got Pam Bondi, the Dow Jones is 50 points sitting up here. Ice Barbie's agency is a fraud. DHS is going to need to be gutted. DHS is going to need to be fundamentally gutted. The Department of Justice is going to have to be fundamentally gutted. Whoever replaces Pam Bondi is going to spend 2 years cleaning out trash. They're going to have to. They have no choice. So my first assignment, are you listening? My first assignment is get a camera. You have to have a camera. My second advice, let's get going. Let's get right into it. February 14th, Phoenix. KRISTI Noem holds a press conference. She was there to push the Save America Act, a bill requiring proof of citizenship to vote and photo ID to cast a ballot. Voting experts have told us 20 million American citizens of voting age don't have readily available proof of citizenship. Passports, photo ID, that kind of thing. The bill has passed the House. Okay? Here's what KRISTI Noem said. She said, elections fall under DHS's Homeland Security mission of maintaining critical infrastructure. She said she has the responsibility of not just pointing out different vulnerabilities that we see in our election systems, but also making sure that we're putting forth mitigation measures to make sure that they can enforce this on a state and local level. She said, I would say that many people believe that it may be one of the most important things that we need to make sure we trust is reliable, that when it comes to election day, we've been proactive to make sure we have the right people voting. KRISTI Noem said her number one goal is to make sure they have the right people voting. They are saying it out loud. Then, moments later, Donald Trump tweets, there will be voter ID for midterm elections, whether Congress approves it or not. So now you see the toolbook. This is now story 3. Welcome to the Ignition News. Please follow the Ignition News. I'm going to put all of these 3 stories together for you and hopefully convince you, thank you for that, by the way, convince you of how this is all connected. Remember December 2020, Sidney Powell? She pushed the president. Okay, I'm just going to back up before TikTok gives me a violation. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. And I'm going to tell you based on what Sidney Powell instructed the president to do. Sidney Powell told Trump to declare a national emergency, ordering the National Guard to seize voting machines. He didn't do it because he thought he would get in trouble. Well, now the Supreme Court has given him immunity. Last week, you have Tulsi Gabbard personally going to raid Georgia and take 700 boxes of ballots. You have the White House proactively issuing executive orders to decertify voting machines. The Justice Department has demanded unredacted voter data from something like 16 states, at least 11 states. And now you have KRISTI Noem saying it's her job to defend the elections with federal infrastructure because it's critical infrastructure. The White House has essentially declared that mail-in ballots are illegal. They have essentially said voting machines are untrustworthy. And now you have Tulsi Gabbard, the FBI, DHS, all saying that they're going to use the federal force to make sure that the right people are voting. It's all out there in the open now. The federal government is claiming its authority over your right to vote. So how are these three stories connected? Very simply, the government is lying in order to get its means accomplished when it arrests people and charges them with crimes. Unless it is documented, they are getting away with it, and they are charging people with fake crimes. Federal officers, duly sworn federal officers who have sworn an oath to the Constitution, are lying in court to achieve their aims. We have caught them doing it. They have arrested and detained 4,400 people that we know of. And now KRISTI Noem says she is going to decide that the right people vote. It is all right there. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to get involved in your local elections. I'm going to make an episode of our signature podcast, Ignite, Fighting Fascism in the Age of Its Rise. This is a good time to let you know that our show is brought to you by Ignite, Fighting Fascism in the Age of Its Rise. It is a signature podcast with 14 episodes, soon to be 15, and 4 bonus episodes teaching you how to push back against rising Christian nationalist fascist authoritarianism. And I'm going to make you an episode, but today I need you to understand that you have to go volunteer in your local elections, and you need to do it now. My podcast is not big enough that I have to worry about MAGA shitheads finding this and doing this themselves. So while I have the time, and while you have the time, I need you to go now and volunteer now to be a volunteer for your elections. And I need you to get a friend now to volunteer to be with your elections, whether that is serving as a poll worker or, more importantly, serving as an election observer. The government actually now has EAS, and it's got a whole toolkit that teaches you how the government itself says you should monitor elections. So go and get the government from the EAS website, pull it down, print it off so you can say, this is what the government said was legal to do to observe elections. Let me see if I can quickly pull that up, just to give you some of that. EAS Poll Observer. So what I typed is EAS Poll Observer. It takes me to the Election Assistance Committee's website. It gives me a toolkit here. The election, it has a quick start guide for election watchers. It's a quick start guide. You can't say that you are worried about democracy and then not do the easiest possible step to protect it. I've spelled it out for you. The federal government is lying to accomplish its means. There is no reason to suspect that these people will have any integrity, and so we need to protect and watch the elections. So go and download the guide now, because you're probably going to need it when a lawyer has to protect you at court because the government says you can't do it. So go download it today. Print it off. Take a picture on your phone. Timestamp, dates, whatever you have to do. Because eventually, if we are effective, and we will be effective, they're going to try to make this illegal. They will. Or they're going to try to lie about you and said you did something illegal, just like they did with that DoorDash driver. Get yourself a dash camera. or get yourself a body camera, or get yourself a used GoPro, or make sure that your phone is ready and willing to record. If you're recording on your phone, stream live so that they can't delete it. You can volunteer at the poll. You can drive people to the poll. You can stand there and go get the guide, obviously. It's going to vary depending on state. You can be an election observer. You can actually go to the places in most states where they count the ballots and legally, safely observe it happening. There are 3 stories with one through line. This is a tyrannical government that will lie to accomplish its means. Every time we catch them, every time we push back, we win. It has come at enormous cost. People have literally lost their lives. People have lost their jobs. But what are we doing this for if not for this? They want us to be scared. They want people to stay home. That's clearly what they want. They want anyone who's brown to stay home on election day. That's very obvious. But I want you there, clearing a path there, making sure they are safe there. If someone tries to fuck with them, I want you to video it. I want you to report it. I want you to talk to your election officials now and let them know, I'm here, I've got your back. If we do this now, if we fill up those spots now, these little chuds won't be able to get in there and try to fuck with things. If you go up and you fill every spot of your local elections volunteers with people that are trustworthy, decent people, instead of lying fucking feds or chuds, then we will protect this election and we will remove them from power. And then we can start talking about accountability. And there will be accountability. But you have to be an active participant in your democracy. Democracy is not about vibes. It is about volunteering. I'm taking that literally from someone who's on Substack yesterday. D Dissent replied to me yesterday. Shout out to them for that. On a reply about this exact topic. If I'm saying it wrong, you'll have to let me know. Democracy is not about vibes. It's about volunteering. And it is essential. 3 stories, 1 through line. This is your country too. And we have to protect it. That's been the Ignition News, everybody. That's our show. Follow along, like, subscribe, comment. Thanks for everybody who's been putting good ratings on the show lately. We got a bunch of new really positive ratings. Thank you. I'm going to read through some of the comments later. And on a show later this week, I'm going to read the troll comments. I do enjoy doing that. But yeah, this is your country. Got to protect it. Thanks for the show, everybody. Bye, Sabs. This has been today's episode of The Ignition News. Please consider following us on all of your favorite podcast platforms, whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or Substack. We're here to deliver to you unfiltered, uncensored news. Let's get busy with the truth on The Ignition News.